It's a ghetto people song, only them can sing this world. It's a song for the poor who is facing suffering. It's a ghetto people song, only them can sing this world. It's a song for the poor who is facing suffering. Young Police Channel from Jamaica. Big up, Rastafari. Everton Blender said that.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, right now you're looking at a man. That's a man. You know, Monday he was killed. This man was killed on his birthday in 2007 in Montego Bay. Yes, and his name, they call him Palla'S, but his name is Gregory Thompson. You know, as we have told you before, that anytime in a Jamaica, you see people keeping memorial. You know, say it's always somebody who's a killer. They don't keep memorial for honest and decent people because they expect them to rest in peace. In Jamaica, the only people that people revere, lauded and celebrated are criminals. You know, you have to violate other people's rights and, you know, and people put you on a pedestal as if you're larger than life. When you weren't contributing anything positive to society, you're a destructive figure. But that's how it is in Jamaica. Everything is backwards there. So right now you're looking at the man now. This is the man that where the 5 people were killed. When they leave, they were going to his memorial. Yeah, his name is Gregory Thompson. So Gregory Thompson was killed in Montego Bay. We haven't put up any photograph, but those of you who know Danai Williams, the East Kingston businessman, we don't have to put up him photo because everyone knows him. This was one of Danai Williams' hitman and killer. And he's the one that gave him money and sent him down to Montego Bay to the guest house where he was killed. So his baby mother, which I'll tell you about it. His baby mother, you know, drink, celebrate and all of that. And, you know, and he was sleeping. And 2 men just walk past her and just go and put it right in his head. They them kill him, shot him in the head, and we'll tell you about that. So the baby mother, she had identified one of the men. Yes, she was a witness to his killing, and she identified this man as one of the killers who shot him in the head while sleeping. So we're going to tell you it's going to be a 2-part series because we're telling you, one, when he was killed, and then we'll tell you in part 2 why he was killed. We're going to see the people who are involved in his killing. Yes, and you're going to be shocked who is the person. It's one of your favorite artists. As we tell you, in Jamaica, our artists are some of the most destructive people. You understand? It's one of your favorite artists and favorite producer. It's a producer that she had identified as one of the killer. He was killed execution style murder, and his name is Gregory Thompson, known on the street as Palla'S. Was a well-known figure in East Kingston underworld. Jarrett Lane, him call it J Lane, and him a governor for J Lane. Underworld entangled in the violence that has long grip the area. So his life came to a brutal end in what many consider a cold-blooded execution style murder. You know them, him kill many people, so him just get what is coming. That's how it is when you live a life as a criminal. And That's how he met his brutal end. So the circumstances surrounding his death, those familiar with the ongoing gang food, because where he was killed was out of his reach of his enemies. But you have to understand that in Jamaica, criminals, them have their own intelligence units. When we say unit, yeah, because nobody can chat so like criminal, whether or not you want to believe it. The police are more tight knit when it come on to information revealing to the public. The criminals them chat enough in them circle. So as something happen before or even the man reach you hear who commit the crime. Just like how when Wapper kill the 5 people. You understand, Manders and all these people. So it's the same thing when it comes down to criminals killing people. So, they are nothing, their mouths are very light, whether or not you want to believe in. And we're just telling you that. So the circumstances surrounding his death, it's familiar. But perhaps even more chilling was the revelation that his own Babymother witnessed the killing and later identified one of the men responsible for his death. So Palla'S murder, if you look on the thumbnail, you and just keep abreast with this what we are saying. As you look right now on the thumbnail, you will see that that's him right there. The men that were killed, they were after leaving the football contest, they were going to his memorial because them celebrate him. Yeah, he was killed 17 years ago, and they still have him as some Diego or some D and charge and general. Never served in the military. This man wasn't a law-abiding citizen. The man was a criminal, and that's where I tell you, say we have to change the trajectory of the thinking of the Jamaican people. A man like this now, nobody not supposed to have him on a pedestal because everything that he has done is violate other people's rights. You understand? If he was killed by the police, they would block road and all kind of thing like that. But you're going to hear even other things even after he was killed. You understand? So we'll continue your journey. So what makes Palla'S death particularly notable is the direct involvement of his Babymother, not as a participant in the crime, but as an unfortunate witness to the horror. She was present at the scene and saw everything unfold. Them never hurt her. She had the misfortune of watching the father of her child be gunned down in cold blood, a traumatic experience that would forever mark her life. So in the days that follow, the pressure on her to remain silent would have been immense, as is often the case in communities gripped by fear of gang reprisal. So she shut her mouth all these years, and now that everything, she just reveal things now, you understand? So however, in the remarkable act of courage, Palla'S Babymother, she came forward and identified one of the men who shot him that fateful day. And the night them kill him in a day, and he must sleep. You understand? But she never tell the authorities that she recognized the man who pulled the trigger. But we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel were able to get a hold of the information and, and the man who delivering the fateful gunshot that take him life. Yeah, so, this man was a notorious killer, as we tell you already, from East Kingston. So this identification marked a significant turning point, as eyewitness testimonies is often hard to come by in gang-related killings, where the code of silence, commonly referred to as inform of the dead, prevails. So her bravery in pointing out one of the killers, despite the risk for to our own life. But you have to understand, the people involved, the only person knew that he was down there, apart, it was Danai Williams. So you have to understand how the underworld works. This was a man that said him not taking an attack from Paul Burke and all of these things, being very, very obnoxious. And you have to understand that these are the people who are the people with the big shots them we call. All of the shots them on the streets. So you can't disrespect them. So the importance of breaking the silence that allows such violent cycles to continue unchecked. So them rely on people inform of the dead, so you shut your mouth if you want to live. So the identification of one of Palla'S criminal killers bring into sharp focus the broader issue of violence and betrayal that plague Jamaica, and particularly Montego Bay. So it is likely that the man she identified was someone Palla'S knew personally, as is often the case in these situations. In the world of organized crime, trust is rare and fragile commodity, and allegiances can shift in an instant. It's possible that the very people Palla'S once worked with or trusted could have turned against him, orchestrating his demise to settle scores or to gain power in the never-ending struggle for control within the underworld. So you know that he was Danai Williams' killer. Yeah, one of Danai Williams' killer. Yes. Danai Williams give him money to go down there and then him end up dead. Normally that's where him spend his birthday. And him even, well, I'll tell you some things, because him have people, him have connection down there with the same criminal them. So the motive behind Palla'S murder, some people don't want to say a speculation, but it's not speculation, but we'll tell you in part 2. So those deaths is widely believed to be linked to the broader web of gang conflicts and criminal enterprise in which he was involved. His connection to powerful figures in Kingston criminal hierarchy, including, rumors of association with prominent dons like, and then businessman Danai Williams. He wasn't taking any talk from Paul Burke. You can't this them man out of East Kingston. You understand? Them man them make East Kingston. That made him a target. So it is not uncommon for an individual like Palla'S who operates with these circles to eventually become victims of the very violence they once perpetrated or were affiliated with. Palla'S execution was not just a personal tragedy for his family, especially his baby mother and child, but also another dark chapter in the escalating violence that has gripped Jamaica. So his death sent a clear message to others in the criminal underworld. No one is untouchable, and even the most feared figure can meet their end when the tides of power shift. So him now, when him wake up and try move, him realize him dead. Him a look down upon him body. That time him soul. So the judge him a cry and them thing. But him forget how many people him kill. So it was just his turn. Because in a life of crime, criminality, that's how you end. Your end is always bitter. So she identified the man to the right. That man is Shabdon, Linval Thompson. Yes. Shabdon, yeah man. Shabdon killed Palla'S. It's Shabdon and a man, not a man, but she able to identify Shabdon publicly, in a public figure. And down there a film place. So he had killed, Shabdon killed Palla'S for Vibes Cartel in St. James. And then he was there. They killed 5 people at his memorial birthday party. That's they were about to leave there then to go to his memorial. So Shabdon is the man that she identified as the man who killed Palla'S. So here where the problem lies now with Shabdon and Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel he kills because we're going to tell you in depth, It has to do with a war that Vibes Cartel was in a war with a man from the same community where I used to live, Waterford. And because this man, he was a very feared gunman, But Vibes Cartel, very, very witty. And that's why them same smart and all of the other gunmen, all of the other criminals them. So in Jamaica, the fear of retaliation often prevents witnesses from following through with testimony. People normally give, although she give police them, she never give them no description because she tell them so she can't able to identify them. She knows him a killer, him a criminal, him dead. She knows say a life of crime, you have to just move on. And they have the corruption in the justice system can further complicate the process of holding perpetrators accountable. Most Jamaicans know that the system is designed for criminals. Well, since she go testify if a man who killed fear baby father, say him a killer, and you go testify a 10-year you might get a prison and come back or he can't come kill you. So she just keep her mouth locked, Shabdon in jail, and him charged with a triple murder, but him a go to prison for that. Whether or not him want to believe it. Because J-Man, when in a jail in a Broward County, he's going to testify via video link. So he's not going to get to it. You understand? Because he might try show the American them say I'm a good criminal and try to ask the leniency because they want the death penalty and him and Ized for killing Musselman and Ford Lord. So Palla Babymother, she don't face a significant personal risk enough of coming forward because as those connected to his killers may seek to silence her. So she good. The courageous act of identification may very well have painted a target. And her back as is often the case in high profile killings involve gangs. So because Danai Williams not really that active in our criminal underworld as him used to, then him not really care because the man done dead and him bury him and all of them things. You understand? So as the investigation into Gregory Thompson's murder at Apollo continues, the broader implication of this crime speak to the persistent challenges of curbing gang violence in Jamaica. Palla'S death, like so many others, is a part of an ongoing cycle of retribution, betrayal and power struggle that have left entire communities living in fear. Whether the justice system can adequately respond to this case, especially given the involvement, remains to be seen. However, Palla'S death and his Babymother role identify one of the shooters, highlight the dangerous crossroad where personal vendettas, criminal operations, and the courage to stand against violence all intersect. So in a world where trust is fragile and betrayal can often lead to death, Palla'S murder serves as a grim reminder of the high stakes in Jamaica violent underworld for this Babymother and child. The path forward is uncertain, but her bravery in identifying Shabdon as one of the killers may be a crucial step towards know that there's a semblance of justice and tragic to the senseless killing. So a long time this boy I kill people, Shabdon. So he's the one that killed Palla, and him kill Palla for Vibes Cartel. Yeah, whether or not you want to believe it, that's how it is. Because Linval Thompson, also known as Shabdon, he's currently in custody, facing serious charges related to a triple murder in Montego Bay, St. James. However, his criminal history extends beyond this recent this arrest. So according to reports, Shabdon has long been associated with organized crime and violent activities within Jamaica. Most people don't even know. So Shabdon is connected to Rev from the 90s crew. Yeah, Rev no call him Shabdon, Rev call him Shabby. See him Rev down at St. Elizabeth. Some people, oh yeah. We are telling that. Rev have whole heap of big police friend, We are telling that. Big police friend. And most dangerous police them are licky police them. Them me afraid of. So sometimes you have to just, you have to do certain things as a police officer if you want to really find out who will protect these criminals like Rev. You understand? Big top police. So one particular allegation ties him to the murder of a man known as Palla. It is believed that Shabdon, as a year the Babymother, she point him out, killed Palla on behalf of Vibes Cartel in Montego Bay. Palla was reportedly targeted due to his involvement in the ongoing feud and power struggle between rival factions linked to both the criminal underworld and dancehall scene. Shabdon's reputation as a fear figure in Montego Bay has grown over the years. His involvement in illicit activities, including gang violence and contract killings, has made him a powerful yet notorious character within certain circles. His alleged connection to Vibes Cartel, who is himself, was convicted for murder of killing of Clive Williams. So there's a deep intertwining of Jamaican music industry and the criminal elements, where artists and gang leaders often overlap into their influences. So tragically, Shabdon's violence legacy seems to have persisted even in his absence. So during a memorial birthday party held was about to hail in honor, of Palla. Heroes Day, Evil Years weekend, there, 5 people were brutally murdered in a vicious attack. The massacre highlights the cyclical nature of violence in the region, where acts of retaliation and retribution often claim multiple lives. It also serves as a grim reminder of how Jamaica's murder rate continue to be driven by these deep-seated feud between gang members and their affiliates. So this cycle of violence has not only devastated families and communities, but also perpetuated a culture of fear. Many innocent lives are caught in the crossfires, with gang-related attacks like these sending shockwave, through Warwick Isle. Them call it pleasant. I would say it's unpleasant because there's nothing pleasant up there and surrounding areas. So the police, already overwhelmed by the sheer volume of violent crime, are now faced with the daunting task of not only solving the current, quintuple murder, but also addressing the fallout from the latest atrocity. The ongoing struggle between gangs in Jamaica often connect to prominent figures in dancehall music scene, continues to fuel much of the violence in communities like Montego Bay. For those involved, the lines between music, money, and murder blur, making it a more difficult for authorities to bring end to the bloodshed. So we're telling you about the intersection of dancehall culture and organized crime in Jamaica. A case study, Linval, Shabdon, Thompson, a cycle of violence. This topic explores the complex relationship between Jamaica's vibrant dancehall music scene and the shadowy underworld of organized crime. Using the case of Linval Thompson Jr., also known as Shabdon, some people call him Shabby, the subject matter delves into how prominent figures in dancehall culture are often linked to violent criminal activities, creating a dangerous fusion of entertainment and crime. It examines Shabdon's alleged involvement in the murder of Palla on behalf of Vybz Kartel and the subsequent wave of violence, including the killing of 5 people at a memorial party, Heroes Day, for show you how this man dead over 17 years and people still, have the man like him as some hero when this man violate many people's rights. When this man was there at jail at Central, him not eat criminal, him not eat jail food, him get 3 meals a day, because the police them get paid well for take care of this great killer. So the focus is on how this interconnected network of crime and music fuel a cycle of murder, retaliation, and fear, shaping the social landscape of communities like Warwick Hill, them I call it Pleasant Hill. We say no, it's unpleasant. Yeah, so I don't understand how a man, enjoy a life of crime, you understand? So the cycle of killing, continues. As we have seen, as we've told you before, Mondays, they had 5 people that killed who were going to the memorial of this man, Palla'S. That is Gregory Thompson, aka Palla. So we're gonna part 2 will be coming up shortly, and we tell you why Vybz Kartel, the self-proclaimed world boss, remain highly influential figure in dancehall, despite he was in prison for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. Right now, him take all of the accident out of the room, and no other artists don't have the persona to continue as him resonate with him fan. Vybz Kartel, him have right now him control the dancehall arena, and the others them, as him say, them just have to follow, because while the man just have a hold on the people, them brain and them thing there, yeah. You understand? So as you know that Vybz Kartel, he's the one who is behind the killing of Palla. And Shabdon is the man that carried it out. And this murder is a larger pattern of violence tied to Kartel's influence over the streets, despite, him pretend as if him have a halo over him head. Vybz Kartel is just a violent man, whether or not you want to believe it. And one of the reasons why he has survived for so many years is because him witty and him always outsmart even him own friends them who are around him. You understand? Gang violence in Jamaica especially linked to high profile figures like Cartel and Linval Thompson, that are Shabdon, often spill over into the lives of individuals who are connected to these criminal enterprises, either by association or through territorial disputes. So for Vibes Cartel them to let Shabdon kill Palla'S down there in Montego Bay. You know that I might forget certain permit. Well, them don't need a permission on them thing because at them control along this of Montego Bay for them place. So they were here before us. Them just do what them want to do and just send them straight to the departure lounge. And that's how it is. When you kill people, you expect to be killed. But we are telling the main reason behind his killing why he had, and that's why even the people them out by Mountain View, they were saying that it was Mountain View men that killed him. No, it wasn't. Mountain View people have nothing to do with his death. The only person, well, Danai Williams knew that he was going on here because he gave him money to go to Montego Bay. But Mountain View people have nothing to do with his killing. His killing comes straight from Vibes Cartel, from Waterford. You understand? All because there was a war between Vibes Cartel and another man. And just because Palla'S was saying that the man there is a man where him look up to. But Vibes Cartel fear Palla'S, so he wasn't taking any chances. And at the time, Palla'S did act to, and other people, they want to kill him. Because you have people up on the hill, you understand? You have people up on the hill when them see nothing with him, FEMA and FEMA government, where they want him dead. So that's why the people, them, they believe, say, are same people in Warwick Hill, that kill him in a Montego Bay, in which they did not know where he was at the time. So all of this happened, because money, connection and all of these things, betrayal. So there's no honest criminals. You have to always remember that. And that's how him get betrayed and that's how him lose him life. Palla'S wasn't an angel, Palla'S was a criminal. So him live by the gun and die by it. His death was even more brutal than the death that he has unleashed on his victims, because at least they knew that they were dying. When him soul wake up, him realize him dead. So him supposed to cry in him soul, but no tears now fall. Them time him realize that him dead. So his death is even, and not even heart attack him get gunshot in him sleep. And we're going to elaborate upon that because you're going to hear something. That's why I was telling you see, music, everything we hear them doing in music, whether or not you want to believe it, it have to do with real life things. And you're going to hear in a part two. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel out.